Welcome to another SailfishOS app podcast, and this time around I want to show you a nice podcasting client because I have a podcast and some of you want to subscribe to the podcast, and there's a nice application called GPodder that you might heard of from your desktop computing on Linux. It's very popular, and this time around it's a SailfishOS application. You can find it on the Yola store and just search for GPodder. And you can find it there, a very popular application. If you click on it, normally it starts without any podcast feeds, but as you can see, I have some subscribed already. You can see that there's a category for audio and video podcasts. You can add new podcasts by swiping up, add new podcasts, or discover new podcasts, which is also pretty nice. If you click on this, you have the option, for example, to see GPodder.net top 50 or perform a GPodder.net search. It will then go into GPodder.net and search for different podcasts. You can perform a YouTube search or SoundCloud search. So let me perform a YouTube search maybe. Hopefully it works. Search for my nickname on YouTube. Hopefully it works, otherwise fail. My internet connection is slow, so it might take some time. Normally it works, and then you have the option to subscribe to this YouTube feed, for example. I think it takes too long. But this is basically the option how you can discover new feeds or add new podcasts. If you click on add new podcasts, usually you have a feed URL already, and this can just enter it here. Otherwise, if you've entered a podcast feed, just like, for example, this one here, Alternativlos, it will show you the latest podcast entries, latest things that you can download from the podcast. As you can see here, there's some blended out. Basically, these are the ones that I've heard already and removed. I've listened to and removed. And I can click on this to download them again or play them. Or I'll go to the detailed description about this podcast. As you can see, there's nothing big in here. Let me go to something that has a little bit more description. I think here I have a little bit more. Click on here, as you can see here, a lot more. There might be even links you can click on. You can also, of course, also visit the website if you want to, with which might have more information about this podcast. Then, of course, you have the option to just simply download or play them back. Play them back would usually stream them. Download is for listening later, for example. And you can, of course, mark it new or not new. New ones are marked with a slight hint, a slight highlight. And this is basically the option how to deal with the podcast, how to manage new episodes coming out. Of course, you can filter episodes even if you're searching for older ones. You can unsubscribe to the podcast. You can enqueue episodes to the player if you want to. And you can mark all episodes as old, especially useful if you're adding in a podcast that you've heard before and you don't want all 200 or 300 different episodes marked as new. Which is a nice feature in GPodder as well. There's a pulley menu where you can check for new episodes or filter episodes or go to settings. In settings you can see you don't have much. Oh, that's the reason why YouTube was not working. I have no API key here, so I have to add an API key. After this, I think YouTube search will work as well. To get an API key for YouTube, I think you have to go into developer settings of your YouTube account and then you get an API key. It's a little bit cumbersome, but since YouTube changed their API stuff, I think it's necessary. And as you can see, you can limit the maximum episodes downloaded per feed, or showed per feed. As you can see, it's limited to 200 in this case, so it's not getting too much, especially for long podcasts or long-running podcasts. As you can see here, this is version 4.6.0. And it's basically, I think the last release was 2014. I don't think an old copyright, I think. Yeah, this is basically the GPodder podcasting client, and yeah, there's basically nothing more to it. As you can see here, videos. There is no video player, I think. If I click here and click on play, it will open up the web browser, as you can see here, and will start playback in the web browser because there's no internal video player in there. Let me go back. The same goes if you download it, you have to have a video player on board, or it will just simply use the gallery app included native video player. If you have LL's video player, which was also a SailfishOS app tip installed, then it will open up in this and you can watch the video in there, which by the way has also a nice feature of pausing, and if you close the application you can start or play back from the last known position. This is also included in the GPodder audio player by default, so if you want to listen to some audio file, just for example, you can see here I have a bar here which basically tells me how far I listened to this podcast, and when I just want to play it back again, it will start at this position and will not start from the beginning, which is a nice cool feature if you have extremely long podcasts, audio casts that you want to listen to not in one go. Yeah, this is basically everything for this GPodder application. A nice, very good podcasting client, one of the best podcasting clients out there, and also available for SailfishOS. I hope you enjoyed this little screencast, this little demonstration, I mean. And if you like this application, just give it a thumbs up. And yeah, thanks for watching.